I don't believe so. Give somebody a film, give a Ranbir an animal, and you'll have people falling all over to love him. Give a Vicky a Chhawa, and you have people crazy about them. Give these kids films that depict them as larger than life characters.
I got noticed, but even after that, I was sitting home for 2 years.
Yeah.
It still took a while.
Akanksha got noticed not because of the music video for our film. I think she had auditioned for
Ram Leela.
Ram Leela.
Okay, wow.
So overnight, my director saw the audition video and then he selected me.
From a very, very positive perspective. And if somebody is going to be abusing my motherland time and again, the beauty of this is it is Sooraj, but it is Subhe ka Sooraj.
Yeah.
So it's shining bright,
Absolutely.
and that's something that everybody looks up to in the morning.
Right.
It's going to be about nature. It's about what I love to do. You know, go green,
Right.
get her to see the animal world, not in a zoo, but you know where they originally belong. So I think there's simple things in life: bare feet, mud.
Hi, this is Sana Farzeen and welcome to India Today. I have with me the team of Kesari Veer. If I have to ask, how would you describe Veerta for you? Like personally, what does Veer, that term, means to you?
For me, it's my father's name.
Wow.
His name was Veer, so that means bravery. That means resilience. That means love. That means a perfect father. That means everything, the world to me.
Amazing. I don't think you guys can beat that,
No, I
but
can't
please
beat
try.
that.
Can't beat
No.
that.
I mean, none of us are saying this for the first time that his father's
Yeah.
name is Veer, actually.
Yeah.
Wow. I think Veer or Veerta is something that all of us somewhere down the line have within. A Veer is a warrior. It does not only mean, it's not only for men, it's for
Right.
women as well. And always a Veer inside you has that fire to do better, and that's why we all are here and doing better for ourselves.
Okay.
For me, it's my mom.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Her name is, whenever if I'm facing any difficulty in life, I just look at her and I know the answer to every problem. So it's her.
But tell me how important, Sunil, is it to kind of tell these stories, especially to kids who are right now hooked onto their social media and their phones, to tell such historical tales, to make it as a films? How important has it become?
Very, very important. Very important. And I honestly believe that India is such a beautiful country, has so many stories to be told, that every state should stand up and say, this is my hero, and this is a story of, this is a story that needs to be told. And it's been happening in the last few years. And if you see, all those stories are stories that people relate to, people believe in, and that's the hero you're standing up. I've said this earlier also in the interview. Otherwise, Gujarat meant business. Gujarat meant family. Gujarat meant food. Gujarat meant, you talk about Dandiya and Ras Leelas and everything. But for the first time, you're talking about Gujarat from a perspective of a hero who stood up against the Mughals to stand up for their rights and protect their country, their wealth, their temple, Shivji.
Yeah.
So beautiful, and it needs to be told. It needs to be told, and I'm happy that it's already happening, because I see that in my own home also. So that everybody is talking about their culture.
Yeah.
They're talking about their festivals. Our festivals are being celebrated with so much guts. So brilliant.
Right. And ever since the trailer has dropped, people are comparing it to Chhawa. There's also RRR and Bahubali. How do you guys take these comparisons?
I think that's a very good comparison, because we've put in as much as hard work, and the makers, our producer actually, Kannu sir, he had the faith in, at least me, I can speak for myself, that he took me and he gave me a chance to be in a film like this, and there's nothing better I could ask for.
So, Akanksha, tell me, especially when it comes to films and roles like these for newcomers and that to female actresses, it's of course a risk because a lot more focus is on the men. Tell me what made you sign this up and tell us more about the character that you're playing.
When you said the focus is on men, actually, I give this credit to my director that he's always taken my character, he's always given my character as much importance he's given to any other character in the film. And Rajal was a warrior, and she was equally important in this story. And it wasn't about me picking this role. This role came to me
Right.
as a blessing. And I'm so grateful, and I feel really blessed that I got to play this in my first film. So I think this is God's blessing to me.
Amazing. Sunil ji, of course, at the trailer launch, you spoke about how the film promotes unity. But right now, everyone is talking about how the secularism is being threatened. When you make films like these, do you sometimes also kind of worry about how it will be taken, and there would be more hatred towards one community, like what happened
Not
with
at all. That's the
Chava?
beauty of this film.
Yeah.
Not at all. It doesn't talk about that at all. Never once in the film has that come up, and that's the beauty of the story. We are talking about India. We are talking about one country,
Right.
one people, and how together they want to secure their culture, their people, their wealth, their belief. See, because Hinduism, according to me, the Sanatan Dharma is it's never a religion. You know, it was about dharma, karma, seva, and I
Right.
keep saying that. And what does that mean? That means empathy
Right.
towards all, being one, and that's the beauty of this film.
Yeah.
And it keeps talking about, even today, the situation is about us wanting to protect ourselves, all of us. Every Indian that is there has to not worry about what is going to happen, because we are secure
Yeah.
where we are, and we are most secure where we are. So we are talking about being one and not allowing the outsiders to spread hatred in our country. And I think that's the call that every Indian has put out. You know, one of the few times where I'm saying there shouldn't be fear and we should be one. And today the Honorable Prime Minister has taken the call of calling upon the army and saying, you know, it's your call. Let individuals not take a decision, but you as our protectors take that call.
Right.
And the men in uniform are doing that. And
Yeah.
they would take the best decision, you know, in the interest of the country and the people.
Absolutely. But of course, you called Hera Pheri a patriotic film, but you've also been part of films like Border. Tell me, many times when films like these are made, it's been targeted as propaganda. That's the term that goes with such films. Sunil, tell me, how do you kind of react to that?
No, I feel I'm doing my duty for my country.
Okay.
I feel I'm an actor in uniform.
Yeah.
You know, and when a real life character gets a chance to play a real life character, that's the biggest blessing that one can get.
Yeah.
And I think I'm blessed to get roles like that, because I look at it differently. I don't know how the other person looks at it, but I look at it from a very, very positive perspective. And if somebody is going to be abusing my motherland time and again, I'm not going to let that person abuse my motherland. But if it's an internal thing, then I would protect every Indian who I believe is an Indian. If you're a true Indian, then speak like one and speak your heart out. You see something wrong, speak up. We don't speak up, and we need to speak up. That's the only way we'll protect ourselves.
Right.
You know, and that's the beauty of this country. Yeah. Everybody practices what they want. We celebrate all the festivals with the same amount of love and affection.
Yeah.
Why not?
Talking about Border, of course, the second sequel is being made, Border 2. Are you feeling FOMO about that?
Yes and no. No, because my son is a part of it.
Yes.
So if Bhairav Singh is not there, then little Lahan Singh will be there, you know, doing whatever he does. And my favorite actors are in it. There's Sunny. I absolutely love him. We get along like a house on fire when we're working together. There's Varun. You know, Varun and Ahan, the magic that they have as friends is something like, of course, I'm far more senior, but the way I would take care of Sooraj and Sooraj would me, Varun takes care of Ahan.
Yeah.
And that's every time he comes back, he says, Papa, he's such a nice guy.
How nice.
You know, and that's what relationship is all about. Because there's so much work for all of us here. There's so much work. We need to come together to make our industry work.
True.
And that's the need of the hour. And then you've got Daljit, who's a
Global
mega
sensation,
star.
of course.
And he's excited. He's going there as a fanboy to work with the people he's looked up to.
Absolutely.
So,
I'll come back to that thought, but Sooraj, also tell me, when you are, of course, making a comeback after a gap of 4 years, to play something like this that doesn't look like Sooraj, how exciting was that for you?
It was exciting, challenging to get into. Not only the look was the, I think, easy part, but to get into the character and get into those kind of, to learn those kind of dialogues and those shlokas. I spent a lot of time with my director, Prince. He really helped me and guided me. And then I had good, very good actors like Sunil sir and Vivek sir on the set,
Right.
who really helped all of us, and I mean us, especially us newcomers. And it feels great to be back, and I couldn't have a better role than playing Veer Hamirji Gohil. Really.
The beauty of this is it is Suraj, but it is Subhe ka Suraj.
Yeah.
So it's shining bright,
Absolutely.
and that's something that everybody looks up to in the morning.
Right.
You know कि सुबह की सूरज में एक बार देखने मिल जाए तो दिन अच्छा जाएगा. So that's the same
Yeah.
Suraj.
But of course, Suraj, you've seen that time where the light was dimmed for you, of course. Tell me, how were there people around you who supported it? And was there someone from the industry who said something that kind of stayed with you and made you believe in yourself again?
I have a very good support system, which is my family,
Of
of course. I have a set of friends that don't judge me or have never even questioned me about anything, because they know how I am as a person, you know. And people who closely know me, they know I'm a man of very few words. Also, at the same time, I can't keep my emotion back. So yesterday, I mean, of course, it has been very tough. And yesterday, I felt a sense of love and respect, which I have been craving for a very long time. And I was just overwhelmed. And I think it says a lot of what and how I felt about everything.
Amazing. Sunil, you also mentioned about how we don't sell that term ki ticket dekar kaun kharidega. That was a quote that I read. Tell me, what do you think is lacking right now in films that people aren't going to the theatres? Because of course, you've seen that kind of love that people gave to cinema a few years back. Have you ever given that a thought?
Storytelling.
Okay.
Somewhere down the line, we've lost that. We've lost that narrative. We've forgotten who my audience is. Whom are you making a film for? Finally, we are not making it for South Bombay, nor are we making it just for the metros.
Absolutely.
Mass is something that has always stood. Our people, our audience is something that wants to come back to see you. You've cut out heroism from cinema, whether it's depicting men, women, anything. You have young kids, when you narrate a script, say ki, mother, the minute you get a mother, sister into a story, they say cliche, it doesn't work, you know. What are the emotions do we Indians have?
Right.
That is what we've held on to. What is our culture all about? Family, relationships, joint families, you know, our celebrations. We've stopped celebrating music. We used to celebrate music 3 months before. We stopped celebrating it. You know, it's released here, it's released online there. The whole system of distribution. Every state, every city having its own distributor, taking onus. Somebody who believed that was his business, that was his prime business. Today it's what? Everything is online.
Yeah.
Everything is online. A few get a release, the others don't even get a release.
Absolutely.
You don't even know that your film will see a Friday. And you're making films from a business perspective. Okay, if I get this much, I'll make it for this much.
True.
Let's start making films because we want to tell stories.
Yeah.
And I think it'll fall into place.
Yeah. The focus more is on the advance booking or maybe corporate
Absolutely.
booking.
And individuals, producers, when they ran from pillar to post to make their films work. They borrowed money but made films.
Yeah.
The Friday, Saturday, Sunday was their most important days of their life. Today corporates are running and Friday, Saturday, Sunday corporate offices बंद रहते हैं. तो जिस दिन आपका business का आपका office ही बंद है, तो आप business कैसे चला रहे हो?
Yeah.
I mean, these are the questions. There may be different point of views, and they could say that Sagreb's and his films don't work. That's why he's saying that. But the fact is, none of your films are working. So why are you pointing a finger at me?
Another thing that's kind of is strange is how today's actors don't enjoy the stardom or the popularity that you guys enjoyed. The young actors have it really tough now. What do you think is
I don't believe so.
About the younger generation?
I don't believe so. Give somebody a film, give a Ranbir an animal, and you'll have people falling all over to love him. Give a Vicky a Chava, and you have people crazy about them. Give these kids films that depict them as larger than life characters. Want to be a part of that character, and you'll see the same amount of stardom.
Right.
You'll see the same amount of stardom. Otherwise, these kids wouldn't be getting the kind of numbers they're getting today.
Yeah.
It's because they have the stardom, because they sell, because they want people to see them, is why people are paying for them. So you and me see them on Instagram, and that's why we believe that they're not there. But go into any small town, go in where the real audience is, and you'll know what
Yeah.
stardom is all about. Even for these kids,
Absolutely.
give them the kind of subjects that they deserve. Give them larger than life film. Why are we making films to tell the problems that are only there in life and making films that are morose? Make it larger than life. No?
True.
Let the songs, drama, music, costume. That's what Bollywood is
Yeah.
known for all along.
Absolutely.
You've taken that away and expected to
Right.
खाने से दाल, खाने से आपने नमक निकाल दी, मसाला निकाल दिया और बोले अभी खा लो. It's not going to
True.
work.
True. What do you guys think? Is it the overexposure that the young actors have today is what's causing the trouble for young actors?
I don't know about films, but I truly believe like before actors from the 90s or even before that, before the 90s and the 90s was like the peak time to be a star.
Yeah.
Because actors were not so available. Now you scroll a finger and you see an actor in maybe, I don't even remember the last third reel I saw. Do you remember? I don't think anyone does because everyone is so available now. So I think it's because of that now things have changed. Also, there are very, very talented actors, even more than me, who are newcomers. And nowadays, producers are selecting actors on their social media growth.
True.
How many followers, उसके पास कितने follower है. ये नहीं देखेंगे कितना अच्छा actor है या कितना अच्छा perform करता है या कितना मेहनत करता है या कितना परेशान नहीं करेगा. वो ये देखेंगे अच्छा उसके 1 million है, उसके 7 million है तो 7 million वाले को लो. You know, so that is what is happening now, and that's sad, but it is what it is.
Akanksha, you have to add something to that because you got noticed through a music video, of course.
I got noticed, but even after that, I was sitting home for 2 years.
Yeah.
It still took a while.
Akanksha got noticed not because of the music video for our film. I think she had auditioned for
Ram Leela.
For Ram
I had
Leela.
Okay. Wow.
So overnight, my director saw the audition video and then he selected me. And I also feel that because, like Sooraj said, we are so accessible, and when you're used to seeing, actors on a smaller screen, people sometimes forget to imagine what they're going to be like on the bigger screen because they see them so constantly on their phones. So the whole larger than life experience just gets sabotaged.
Of course.
Make great films and everybody will want to be seen.
Yes.
The films have to be successful.
Right,
That's
right.
about
Yeah.
it.
So then lastly, of course, I want to ask you, of course, this role is exciting, but you've also taken up a new role as a grandfather. Tell me, how's that experience been to see a young child at home and to just kind of live that fatherhood again?
Unbelievable. Interest is far more interesting than the capital is. That's what I keep saying, and that's what it is. It's Tia 2.0. Right. I love my daughter to death, and this little one is just, I never knew I had so much love in me, that I had so much to offer. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Are you already making list of films that you want to show her, maybe?
No, but definitely know the amount of time I want to spend with her. It's not going to be about films. It's going to be about nature. It's about what I love to do. Go green.
Right.
Get her to see the animal world, not in a zoo, but where they originally belong. So I think the simple things in life: bare feet, mud, the rain, all that. Everything that a child is doing today, I don't want her to do.
Wow.